guys, welcome back to another video. So recently I've been doing a lot of reaction videos. Yeah, I've done a lot of reaction videos. I did M Huncho, which was my first video I did. What's that? I did M Huncho, I did TikToks, I did Miss Yelia, I did. I feel like I did another one. I can't remember. No, wait, no, 3 reaction videos. Yeah, I've done those 3. So yeah, I've done a few reactions. I'm like, let me just switch this up a bit, you know. Oh yeah, first of all, you should actually watch those 3 videos, you know, support me. So I think, yeah, of course, yeah. So let me switch up a bit and just, you know, do like a top 5. Well, not a top 5, just, you know, okay, a top 5 list of TV shows I like watching, even though I say the TV shows, half of them aren't even on TV. But anyway, so yeah, if you like the video, if I recommend anything else, just, you know, leave a comment down below and let's get right into the video. Okay, so I have a list written down if I keep looking, because I had to think about it before. So I think one TV show I've loved for years is The Good Place. So I think The Good Place is really good because I don't know, because I think it came out. Sorry, it came out not a few years ago, but like they're on the final season now, and I think it's just a really interesting show. So it's on Netflix. It stars Christian Stewart, and that's the only one whose name I actually know. But you know, these people here, you might know their faces. But I think it's a good show because I said so. And I think it's interesting because it talks about afterlife, but like not in like a deep way. Like it's a comedy, sitcom. I think that's the category. I know it's a comedy, but I think, yeah, it's a good show because it just talks about the afterlife in a way like kind of doesn't really offend anyone in a sense, and like, yeah, I just think it's really cute. So I'm not trying to spoil anything, but yeah, I think it's a great way they've like constructed this show, and I would recommend y'all watch it if you're like interested in a show that's not like too deep. Like it's a funny show, it's just there to make you laugh. The only problem I would say about it is the episodes are only 20 minutes long, and me, like, obviously it's really good to binge because you get more satisfaction of watching like the whole season in a day if there's 20-minute episodes, but I kind of like just sitting down for like 40 minutes just banging out a whole episode. So yeah, I think if the episodes were longer it'd be even better, but I think the 20-minute episode is good. And what's really weird for me, well, for some people, like, I like shows that come out once a week because even though it's on Netflix, it comes out once a week, and I think that's good because me, I love binging, but like I don't have time for it. But like if it's once a week, I can like obviously spread it out because it's once a week. I watch it, and I think once the stuff gets hype, then I do love a good binge show. So the camera's moved, but you know we move, literally. So the next show I like is Lucifer. So Lucifer, I was very late on because I started watching Lucifer when I saw it on season 4 on Netflix because I've wanted to watch Lucifer for years, and then I just kind of forgot it existed. And then I saw it on Netflix, and it had season 4, and I was like, why is it only season 4? But then, you know, apparently they got cancelled. Well, not apparently, they got cancelled and then brought back. So yeah, so I was like, let me watch it, and I have Amazon Prime, you know, plug Prime. And I was like, let me just watch 1 to 3, seasons 1 to 3. And then, you know, yeah. So I think it's a really good show because it kind of, I like, you know, not mystical shows, but like shows that kind of discuss, not ethical. Like I like shows that incorporate religion, and especially like Christian religion because I'm a Christian. Sorry, I get distracted. So I like shows that incorporate that and not put a twist on it, but like, yeah, obviously some people like the strict parents from strict religion will be like, this is blasphemy, but I know it's not real and I know half it's made up. So yeah, and it obviously has Tom Ellis, picture of him here if you don't know him, and him and I don't know how. Right, I'm gonna be really bad and Google her name because I actually feel really bad. Because I've realised, for like most shows, I know the main character, like who plays the main character, and that's it. Right, okay, so has Tom Ellis, who plays Lucifer, and Lauren German, who plays Chloe Decker. Oh my gosh, I forgot this because it's been so a while since I watched it. But I think them two together, just like they click their vibe, and oh, they're just so funny together. And yeah, I like the show, and it's like you don't really know what to expect. And I like, okay, obviously it's talking about the devil being a good person, but you know, that can be controversial. But I think yeah, since it's just like made up, I think it's really good how they've like tried to make the show without offending people. But then I think my favorite part about it is that obviously Christian, like I said, and I like how they've incorporated different stuff from like the Bible and into it. So like obviously it's about Lucifer the devil, but it's more than that. So I'm not going to spoil anything again, but I think yeah, it's a really good show to binge. I mean, seasons 1 to 3 you're gonna have to watch on Amazon Prime, $7.99 a month. Plug me please, sponsor me, Amazon Prime. But yeah, and then season 4 is on Netflix, but you know, I'm sure you can find it some other place. But yeah, it's a really good show, and I would also recommend watching Lucifer. Okay, so the next show I loved is Bates Motel. So honestly, I like forgot about it. Originally it wasn't on this list, and then I put it on there. So I think Bates Motel is a really good. So, oh, that's gross. Back. Right, so Bates Motel is like a really good show because it's like it explores mental health. Like, I don't know how accurate it is because I don't know my research. I'm assuming it is, but I like how it just explores mental health and like how it just changes someone and like all the people around them and like just the psychological stuff. And I think it's really good because of that. And the cast is really good, you know. I actually don't know any of their names. But yeah, so Norman and Norma, which gets confusing. Them two together were just really good, especially Norma, like I don't know, I really liked her character. Yeah, I think it's just a good show. And I'm also not gonna do 5. I'm gonna do more than 5, I'm sorry. But yeah, yeah, Bates Motel is a very good show, and you should watch it. All seasons are on, I think they're still on Netflix. They were on Netflix, I don't know if they still are, but yeah. It's on Netflix if you want to watch it. So, Bates Motel. Also, obviously I didn't actually know it was based on the film Psycho from like whenever it came out. But I'm not watching Psycho, that's weird, but I say weird, but it's not even that bad. But yeah, I think obviously if you watch Psycho, I guess it's a really good show, but I do like Bates Motel. It's very good. Thank you, Leia, for recommending it to me. But yeah, I haven't watched it in a while. I actually might rewatch it. But yeah, Bates Motel, it's a good show. I recommend it. Watch it. Okay, cool. Sorted. Okay, so the next show is Empire. So I watch Empire all the time, and it's like, oof, I love Empire. So obviously I'm still on. Here's the thing, right? I've been watching Empire for loads of time because I've obviously had Prime for loads of time. But I don't know, it's not like I get bored of it, but like I have this thing where I get bored of binge watching shows. Like it's weird. I get bored of doing nothing. Yeah, so I think it's a good show because it's like, I wouldn't say musical. It's kind of like, okay, here's the thing with me and shows and music. Like, I like shows with music and movies with music, like singing and stuff, when it makes sense. That's why I like Dreamgirls, but that's a different story. Because obviously, it's a show about people making music. And same with Empire, it's a show about a music company. And let me tell you, their soundtrack, especially season 1's soundtrack. Season 1's soundtrack. Oh, that's like a tongue twister. Season 1 soundtrack. Yeah, no. Season 1 soundtrack is really good. And obviously it has, see, I know the people in this one. It has Terrence Howard. I was going to say Cookie Lion. Taraji P. Henson, who, ooh, them two together. But Taraji is one of my favorite people. Bry something, his name. It has, oh no, I'm forgetting their names. Jesse, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. It has whoever plays Andre, I don't know him. Yeah, like they're the main ones, and then obviously has some other people. And what I like is that like people, other celebrities have been in it, like Alicia Keys has been in there, Jennifer Hudson was there, Icon Pat Point, and I better put pictures there, otherwise it's embarrassing. But yeah, I think it's really good, like how it also discusses the stuff about Black face, because I'm not trying to spoil it, but you know, they're from the hood and it goes from nothing to a lot. You know what? I'm just gonna first episode, Cookie Lion, she's in prison and she really comes out of prison. It's just talking about the dynamic of her obviously missing all her sons growing up. So yeah, I think it was really good. Y'all should watch it. It does discuss things that, you know, people face, like mental health and growing up in like rough environments, and yeah, it's really good. And I like that the music is just ooh, has a good soundtrack. I don't know what this is, but you know, the music is really good as well. So if you want to watch a show that has a good soundtrack that you can listen to on Spotify, Spotify sponsors me as well, then Empire. So Empire is exclusively to Amazon Prime. I'm only on season 3 and I should really finish that because it's nearly been a year. But you know, we move. So yeah, Empire, good show. Recommend you watch it. Yeah. Now this video wouldn't have been complete without me talking about the lovely Love Island. Oh, lovely Love Island. I didn't plan to do that. Love Island, you know, it's the only reality TV show I actually watch, but it's really good. So I can make a whole other video on that, and if you actually do want a video on me just talking about Love Island, then yeah, I like Love Island. Yeah, reality TV, people's lives. Yeah. I mean, me, you won't. Well, I was gonna say you don't see me if you know they spot me, you know, put me on. I have absolutely no muscles, no abs, you know. Gotta get some normal body people in there to, you know, switch it up. I'm 5'8", so I'm taller than Az. She might be the same height as him. I actually don't know how tall he is. Either way, I would never go on Love Island. Like that's a fact. But yeah, so yeah, Love Island's a good show. I'm not gonna go into it, but watch it. If not, then you're probably not missing out on anything. But Love Island's a good show to clear my brain every night at 9 o'clock on ITV2. Love Island sponsored by Just Eat. Even though last year it was Uber Eats, and next year it might be like Deliveroo or something at this rate. But you know, we move. So yeah, Love Island, good show. Watch it. Thank you. So the last show I would recommend is Once Upon a Time. So obviously this show finished a few years ago. 7 seasons, but you know, we forget season 7 happened. But yeah, Once Upon a Time is a good show because I'm a nerd. So when it first came out, I was like, I'm like a kid, so like I don't like serious shows, and I like shows that deal with like magic and stuff, and that's why I like superhero movies, because I'm a nerd, and yeah. And Once Upon a Time, I like it because it's based on like fairy tale characters, but like in the fairy tale characters in the real world, and like a different spin on them, like, and it goes through a range of people. Like obviously it started off with people like, you know, the basic people like Snow White and Prince Charming and Cinderella and all of them, and then in the later in the later series, you can see how they incorporated more like newer people, as newer fairy tales are coming in, and like different fairy tales from different, like not just your classical Cinderella, Prince Charming, we're on 2 different films, but you know, we move. I like, yeah, and I just like how it's like a modern take on fairy tales, and the effects in that were really good. And obviously Emma and Regina, Jennifer someone, because there's 2 Jennifers, and I actually don't love names aren't, I don't know. But yeah, them 2 really good. They're like my favourite people. Then we had Snow White, Prince Charming, other people. But yeah, and yeah, it's a good show. I haven't watched it in years. I started rewatching it, and then, you know, on Netflix, because it's on Netflix, all 7 seasons. But like, you know, on Netflix, when you stop watching something for a while and it just disappears when you watch it. It's like, that happened. So obviously, like, I was rewatching it, so I'm in the middle of season 5, and I'm like, I don't even know what was happening. Like, I forgot I was rewatching it. I actually don't remember how I remember how I remembered to put it on this list. I'm making a bunch of tongue twisters today. But yeah, so Once Upon a Time, good show. Kudos to the directors. I mean, there's also Once Upon a Time in Wonderland, which I haven't watched. I mean, I don't think it's as good apparently. Like, I've seen clips of it, but yeah. Once Upon a Time's a good show if you're like into, not fairy tales because it sounds stupid, if you're into like, I don't know what genre the show is. If you're into magic, I'm trying to make this sound like not like super cringy. Like, it's not cringy, it's a really good show. I can't remember what I think it's like about teenagers. I'm waffling at this point, but yeah. It's a good show, you should watch it. So, I hope that was just me talking about TV shows that I like. I don't even know how many I did because it started off with 5 and then I kept like recording more as I thought about them. So if you do like the video, then do the normal, like, comment, subscribe, and my socials are here, and this like keeps like doing its thing. But yeah, all that normal good stuff, and I shall see you in the next video. Goodbye.